So before you take the cap off, the preload adjuster is here. It has to be set all the way to soft before you take it off. So let me see if I can get a... Alright, so you drop this down, you take the O-ring off. I'm just going to leave it in there because I don't have a spare one in case I tear it when I'm taking it out. Okay, so this goes in here, and let's see if I can... I have to find a way to hold the bottom and undo this knot. So let me see if I can find something real quick. I figured since I'm going to be draining all the fluid anyways, I would tilt it this way because the manual wants you to put it in the vise upright. Well, it doesn't say upright, but in the vise. So I let some of the oil drain. Then I held this in place with my C-clamp and wood on top of it. Then I used this adjustable wrench, and it came off fairly easy. I was anticipating a lot of torque, but it came off fairly easy. So I'll do this for the second one as well, but let's go ahead and complete this one, then we can move to the second one. Alright, so this is what came out. This is the piston rod. I mean, there's the spring, and there's a spring collar. So here's the spring collar that came out, and the spring. So this is what I'm changing. This is the main reason I'm doing this. But since I have the fork disassembled, I'll go ahead and change the oil seal and the dust cap. More stuff in there. Slide this open a little bit. So here is the dust cap. Now I need to get... There is a clip in here. It's hard to see, but you squeeze on one side and the clip will come loose. There we go. This clip. So now everything should come off there. Yeah. So that needed to come out, the white stuff. Here we go. Alright, so now everything is clean out. Okay, so I'm going to do some inspection, and then we swap out the fork seal, the oil seal. That's the oil seal, and take it from there. So this is the slider bushing. How you take it off is you open it up. My trim tool is not doing the job. It has a slit here. Open it up while you push upwards. There we go. Oh, didn't want to drop it. Okay, that one is off. Then the second one is the guide bushing. Take that one out. Looking good. And this washer. So this washer has, so the bottom part is flat. It has no grooves or nothing. The top part looks like it has grooves, so we'll put it in that same way. This is the oil seal. So the oil seal has a, I don't know what to call it, but there is a metal thing that goes around the groove. That one faces down and the bigger groove faces up. I'm ready to put the new dust boot and seal back on. On that side. This goes on first. Dust boot goes on that way. And that goes on. And the oil seal. So this side faces up and this side faces down. Alright, let's slide this. Nice. And next we have this ring. So the groove side faces up, the flat side faces down. We have a guide bushing, same way it came out. Then finally we have a slider bushing. And that will rest in this groove. Alright, so there we have it. Now the outer tube slides on. So I need this tool to drive the seal. I like to do it manually first, push as much as I can, then use my slide. This thing gets annoying. Once it's seated, the sound changes a little bit. Let's seat it. There. So one indication that it's seated is if it's seated right, there will be no gap on the dust boot. So tells me that we're good to go.